make the linear one easy to substitute. So this is equation 1. This is equation 2. Okay, settle down. Sub 1 into 2. So you get x squared. Okay, another issue I face is some of you, right? When you expand this, you miss out the middle term. You should get this, but you miss out on the minus 6x. Okay, so this is where you lose mark, so be careful. So you expand in the negative. Okay, I'm still hearing conversations. So this is the quadratic I need to see. Ready? Raven, Harini, Raj. Okay, focus. Okay, so the first mark is substituting. The second mark is getting this quadratic. The third mark is using quadratic formula correctly. So if by now you still mixing up your quadratic formula, I'm very worried for you. So you will have this method is 1 mark. And then your 2 solution for x, one being 1, the other is negative 0.4. Skylar. Okay, so this is one pair of answers. Some of you stop here, forgot to find y, so you don't get the full 5 marks. Guys. Oh. Okay, if I'm using a mic but I cannot hear myself, means you are talking at the same time. Everybody silent. Okay, I have students who got 4 marks only because never go and find y. You just happily solve and you're happy, but there's still y that you need to solve. So you should sub x as 1 into into the linear one. So your y in this case should be minus 2. Okay, if you sub the other x value into 1, you should get your second y value, which is 2.2. So this is your second answer mark. Make sure you have the full 5 marks for simultaneous equation, because this is the only question that you should get your full marks without any traps. So don't trap yourself. Okay, next one. Question 2. Okay, you just have to make sure you have the key steps. Okay, your quadratic formula must be right. And then your 2 sets of solution. So if the question say coordinates, you give me coordinate form. Skylar, last warning, that sound is very distracting. Then who was that? The black thing that bounces from your desk, right? Ashriel, right? What are you doing with the metal rod? Okay, stop playing with that. Okay, next one, this one. The question say explain, so I don't want you to write discriminant less than 0 anywhere. You are supposed to show it. Once you write discriminant less than 0 at the start, I can't give you the marks. So first thing first, the curve and the line, you have to make one new quadratic first. So sub 1 into 2. When you sub the first one into the second one and rearrange, you get this quadratic. So once you get this one, this is where I give you your first mark. Okay, if you have simplified it, so this is where you get your first mark. Second mark is to go and find discriminant. B square minus 4AC, and then you realize it is negative 15. So since D is less than 0, therefore line does not intersect curve. So this is the explained part. I need to see D is less than 0 and you prove it. Okay, so this is part A. Part B, line intersect the curve at two distinct points. So if you sub y as 2x plus 3, this is the quadratic you should get. So 3x squared plus 3x minus k equals to 0. So if I see this, you get your method mark. Next is your discriminant is greater than 0. This is given to you, so you can write it down. So b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. And then you bring the 9 over, and then you divide by 12. You should get k greater than negative 3/4. So this and this is where your answer mark is. Okay, part C, they say this line is a tangent. Tangent means 1 point only, or 2 real and repeated roots. So I need to sub in the equation. X minus m is equal to 3x squared plus 3x. So you shift everything to one side. This is the quadratic equation you get. So this is 1 mark. Next mark is where you solve for discriminant equals to 0. This is given to you. So b squared minus 4ac is equals to 0. So you get 12m is 4, m is 1/3. So this is your answer mark. Okay, so these 3 questions are actually very, very direct, but some of you left the whole question blank. Yes? It's not given, they want you to explain. So explain, prove, or show all means you need to prove to me that it is less than 0. Okay? So sometime in week 9, I will give you a mock test for A-Math. Okay, I'll give you more time to revise for A-Math. Okay, so this question is quite okay. If you understand what the question wants, everything is discriminant related. Done? Done? Done, huh? Oh, okay, huh? Okay, this one. Not done? Okay, I want to show whether it is possible to have a solution of 40,000. So, I sub in 40,000 into the equation first, and I want to check whether there is any discriminant or not. So the moment you equate 40,000, I gave 1 mark there. Because you know that you need to solve this. So this is 1 mark. Second mark is go and find discriminant. So b squared minus 4ac. And I realize it's minus 2.88, which is negative. So this is the second mark. Okay, so since d is less than 0, it has no real roots. then you need to answer the question. Tom cannot make a profit of 40,000. Okay? So it's because you have proven that there is no solution to 40,000. Okay, question 4 is a pure quadratic inequality question. No need to think about discriminant. Okay, a pure quadratic inequality question. So what you do is shift everything to one side first. And then remember, you need to determine the shape. So since this is positive, you know it's a Smiley curve. And then the second step is go and factorize this so that you know what are the two x-intercepts. Okay? So if you solve the two factors, one is minus half, one is 3, without having to write it anywhere. Okay, and then you want the part of the curve that lies below the 0 line, which is the bow. So your answer is between minus half to 3. So this is your answer mark. Okay, but they say, can you represent your solution on the number line? I don't want to see the overlap. That one is your working. I want to see the solution. So meaning this is minus 1, so minus half is somewhere here. So 3, there's no equal sign. Minus half, there's no equal sign. So I want to see this inequality. Can. Yeah. Because that one is the working. So they want the solution set to be on the number line. Your solution set is this, so they want to see the final answer only. They don't want to see you drawing the overlap. Yes. You can, but when you solve quadratic equation for this one, right, what you are finding is only the 2x-intercept. K over 2a. When you are finding, what you are finding is this answer and this. These two values only. But you still need to go back to the inequality to solve it. Yeah, so this one, right? Then you get the 2x-intercept. But never show me how you got that answer. Although you have a drawing here, it's risky. But you can also get a full credit from here if the market scheme for it. Sometimes the market scheme needs the one. Yeah, so it's best to do this. Yeah. Make sure you get the market. Okay, last example. This one. Where's my question 5? Oh, here. Okay, this one. Although it looks like it's a quadratic inequality question, but I can't factorize it because there's unknown k. So the only way to go about in this is to go and simplify this one first. And then once you simplify the quadratic, okay, because you can't factorize this, you don't know what is the intercept, you can't solve by drawing. What you can do is think about this graph. First of all, it is negative. Oops. Okay, it is negative, so it's a maximum curve. And if a maximum curve is always negative, okay, it's suggesting to me that discriminant must be less than 0. So if I solve discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac then I end up having a quadratic inequality that I can factorize now. So first step, shape, Smiley curve. Second step, you go and factorize. These are the two factors, and your two x-intercepts are minus 10 and 6. So third step, I want the part of the curve that lies below the 0 line. So it's your bow. So your answer is trapped between here, which is k between minus 10 and 6. Okay, so remember your inequality solution can never have two arrows pointing at each other or opposite direction. They are always either this side or this side. So you can't have a winking kind of inequality. That means something is wrong somewhere. So when it's bounded, they must be pointing at the same direction. Okay, so this one is the last question, which traps some of you. Okay, but this one file in, use it for your revision for WA. Yes. We can't because there's unknown k. It will be very complicated. Yeah.